Hi there, students. Generation Z, Generation X, baby boomers, the silent generation, millennials. So, have you ever wondered when the cut-off dates for these are? I think many of them, people argue about where they are, but let's see. The first generation to be defined was the silent generation. The silent generation refers to people born between 1926 and 1945. These are people who lived through the Second World War, or whose lives were affected by the Second World War. Generally, these people are seen as very disciplined, very loyal. And the name the silent generation comes from an article in Time magazine that said that the children from this generation were taught to be seen and not heard. Yeah, children are to be seen and not heard. I've heard that one. And from that they got the name the silent generation. After that you get baby boomers. Yeah, the baby boomers, this starts in 1946 and goes up until around 1964. So I am a baby boomer. And it's called, the people from this generation are called baby boomers because there was a huge increase in births after World War II. And they say that people from this generation are very self-sufficient, very competitive perhaps, and quite committed as well. So from the end of the Second World War until 1964, after that, you get Generation X, not Generation Z, Generation X. Generation X is, these people, they came from a time when technology was advancing very, very rapidly, but it wasn't available to everybody as it is today. And this generation are between the digital world and the non-digital world. I'm definitely between the digital world and the non-digital world. And these people understand the importance of both the digital and the non-digital. Generation X is defined as people born between 1966 and 1980. Okay, so between the mid 60s and the 80s, this is the beginning of the 80s. This is Generation X. After that, you get the Millennials. The Millennials are people born between about 1980 and 1995. This is the cohort or the group which has been most talked about. It's difficult to pin down exactly where this starts and ends, but approximately 1980 to 1995. This generation are confident, they're curious, and they question authority. Although they are also accused of being lazy by some people. I like the phrase that all the money they should be saving for a house, they're spending on avocado toast. Okay, now after that we come to Generation Z. And yes, there are various ideas about when this starts as well. Generation Z maybe starts in the mid 90s, maybe 1995, and but maybe 2000. And where does Generation Z end? I guess Generation Z has probably ended and we're into a new generation. Generation Z, these are digital natives. These are people who have always known technology. They've never known life without technology. They're confident, they're ambitious. And maybe the current generation, the next generation, maybe people who were born in 2010 onwards. So that really puts the end of Generation Z at 2010. This is probably going to be called the Alpha generation. This is a new generation. This is a very, very, very difficult. So you have various different generations, and all of these are work. So you've got the silent generation, is the First World War till the mid 60s. You've got the baby boomers, are the mid sorry, you've got the silent generation, which is people before the First World War, 1920s to the end of the First World War. The baby boomers from after the First World War till about 1965. Generation X, 65 to 1980. The Millennials, also known as Generation Y, 80 to 95. Generation Z, 95 to maybe 2010. And then the new generation, which are coming up, who are still kids, the Alpha generation, maybe we will see, Generation Alpha. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. So, different generations: Millennials, Generation X, Generation Z, baby boomers.